Jack, just your overall thoughts on your start today.
Outside of the 2-out 0-2 walk, pretty happy with all of it. So was able to make some pitches when I needed to, kind of mixed everything, and pitch was maybe not my best velocity-wise fastball, but got good results on it.
How much were the conditions a factor in what you had to deal with out there?
It wasn't too bad. The balls were okay, but I felt like I got more in sync as the game went on, and maybe not the typical velocity I've had kind of through spring or even the first start this year, but work with what you got.
What do you appreciate most about a home crowd like this?
I mean, it was great. These guys, they showed up. It was awesome. Gave, some goosebumps and everything with pregame intros and everybody getting introduced. It was great to be back and be back on this side.
Jack, talk about the importance of first pitch strikes for you today.
I still can get better, but that's one of the things that we're trying to continue to improve on, do the little things right, and get strike one. Everything in the rest of the game just gets easier from there.
Jack, I'm sure there was a moment at some point that you're wondering, well, probably gone from Detroit, you went to LA, but to be back on that mound, was there any moment today where you're like, pretty cool to be back here?
Oh, it was great to be back here. Just warming up pregame and everything, just with, getting to start here on opening day. Definitely different, sight line, taking the strip away and the back being different. I said it to Fed. It was just like last time being back here and pitching here, and then just a different sight line. But it was, everything was great.
Do you like that the strip is over?
It was kind of unique. It took a little to get used to. I'll say last year it was different. It was unique, and then but it felt a little naked without it. So but it was I would say that all in all it was good.
How is your relationship building with Dylan Dingler?
Oh, it's getting there. It's going to be we're going to see things a little bit differently as it goes, and sometimes it's hard with the pitch clock and getting on the same page sometimes. But he did a really good job in the first game, and today was a little bit weird. I just was feeling some things out early on in the game, so I was trying to find the field for some things, and he was making the right calls, and I was just that's right. I got feel for other stuff that we got to go with, try to get these guys out. So he's done a really good job through 2 starts.
How good of a building block is this for you going into your next start on Wednesday?
I mean, it's good. I got to cut down on 2 walks again. Can still be better, especially the 0-2 walk. That's the one that's really going to kind of stick with me and bother me. So, but it was good to have a kind of a good slider today and go from there.
Every start means something for a pitcher, but to get the start on opening day, let alone get a win in front of this crowd, does it make it a little more special?
I mean, unbelievable crowd, unbelievable just atmosphere today. It was special, and just hope to keep that up through the rest of the season.
How important is it from a mental perspective to get that first one at home?
I mean, I think for the team, for everybody, for the city, you get opening day and you want to come out and you want to come out and get a dub. So I think it's huge.
From when you left, hits and walks.
I'm not trying to do too much. That's exactly right. Yeah, just trusting it and seeing it pretty well.
Is this maybe a year where you want to prove to some people that all the talk out there is wrong?
I wouldn't say anything like I'm trying to prove it to anyone. I'm just trying to show up every single day, be good, and get better. That's it.
Is the strategy on this team maybe attack right from pitch one?
Yeah, I think that's we want to be aggressive, both pitching staff at the plate and defensively. So if that's pitch 1, it might be pitch 6. It doesn't really matter. As soon as we get a good pitch to hit, we're going to want to hammer it.
I imagine opening day feels good for everybody, but especially for you personally, when there was maybe you even wondered if you'd be here for opening day here. How does it feel for you?
It feels great to be back. Opening day is a special day here, and it's really fun to come out in front of the home crowd again. But I never had a doubt.
You never had a doubt that you would make the team. I mean, obviously you're pretty confident the whole way.
Yeah, I mean, I trusted myself. I trusted the work I put in, the adjustments I made, and it feels good to be on this team.
Did you hear him say your name?
I did not. No, that's pretty cool.
You and Riley have been tandem in the lineup for a while now. What is it like batting behind him as he gets off to this hot start to the season?
Yeah, it's I got a really good seat, front row, mostly in the on deck circle to what he's doing. It's nothing surprising. I see him work every day. I've seen it for the last 5 years. It doesn't shock me what he's doing.
Speaking of the last 5 years, this never gets old, right? Opening day, the crowd, the buzz.
Nothing. Yeah. No. Never will get old either.
How much does it encourage you as far as what Carey and Ryler are doing in front of you, what that lineup can be, with that middle order part of the lineup, just how dangerous you guys can be?
Yeah, I think we're definitely heading in the right direction. I think Carey and Green are seeing the ball really well right now. I'm seeing it pretty well as myself, so it's just sticking with our approach, not trying to do too much, and power comes.
How happy are you guys when you see that approach work? I mean, you had 76 pitches on their guy in the third inning.
It's rewarding, and it just gives you more trust that that approach does work, and get a good pitch to hit, put a good swing on it, and we'll grind guys out.
You mentioned how long you guys have been together, but after being together for so many years, making it to the postseason last year, how much more mature does this team feel this year?
Yeah, it feels like we've been there. But I think it's just taking every single day, one day at a time. It's not like maybe that's the maturity of like we're not getting ahead of ourselves. We know it's only 7 games in, so it's like whether we're 0-7 or 3-4, whatever our record shows, we know there's a lot of season to be played, and you can't count any of us out.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Win. Second one kind of send a message.
I don't know if it sent a message, but I really like where I'm at with my swing and my approach, and that was just a good thing that happens when my swing and approach are good.
Confidence against a lefty almost as good as against a righty now, right there, or what?
Yeah, it always is, and just seeing him more often just helps a lot. So being able to be comfortable off of lefties and doing what I did today definitely gives more confidence.
The first one came on the first pitch. What were you looking for?
Anything over the middle of the plate. So he kind of just laid a little sweeper in there, and I just wanted to be ready for anything because he throws a lot of strikes. They pound the zone, and I ended up getting that one.
You've had some pretty big moments in a Tigers uniform. Obviously, go back to last year, but where 2 home runs on opening day rank?
That's up there. That was a big blessing today. So to do it in front of the crowd and such a big moment, it's a cool thing for the city, like the home opener, and so I really enjoyed that one, and that ranks up there for sure.
This is your first game back here since the postseason. What was that crowd like on opening day? Because so many people treat it as a holiday here in Detroit.
It definitely felt that way. Even driving to the stadium today, it felt like a holiday. So it was awesome. It rivals the playoff atmosphere and makes us want to give playoff baseball back to Detroit this year.
So much about this team has been about the young players growing up. Well, it would go to say that you guys are full grown now. How much more mature does this team feel this season?
We feel mature. It was always, I don't know if there was ever immaturity, but you definitely learn a lot more the more you play in the big leagues. And so the guys like Dingler and Jahan, Kreidler, Sweeney, all these guys are getting really comfortable up here now, and then guys like Riley, Torque, me, and we're just really comfortable now. We know what we can do. We're confident in the big leagues in this league, and we've had success before. So it's a special thing. It's just like sets up the whole series, and when we continue to just wear down their guys, it's a big deal.
What kind of expectations have been talked about with regard to this clubhouse and where you guys see yourself going this season?
I mean, I don't think anybody thinks that we can't build on what we did last year. And, I mean, we played a couple really good teams to start the year, and we're in every game, could have won all those games that we were in, and then coming back home and doing this today was it just builds confidence for what we can do the rest of the year because they came in pretty hot. They've had some good games too. So.
Is there any difference hitting down in Florida, 80-degree weather? That ball's maybe going to travel a little further compared to it's been very limited so far.
Yeah.
Any difference?
I don't know if I can tell the difference. It's so windy in Florida sometimes that you never really know the true ball flight. You could hit a ball 90 miles an hour and it'd be a no doubter some days, and then you can crush a ball 110 and it go right to the center fielder. So it's not really true in Florida, I would say, unless there's no wind. But there were definitely some balls here that I thought should have gone a little further, and maybe were hit a little harder than it seemed. But there's definitely a difference.
This was your first game in this ballpark since the playoffs last year against Cleveland. Any flashbacks, any thoughts? Does that seem like a long time ago or not that long ago? Or
I don't know, kind of both at the same time. It's a weird feeling, but it feels like we were just here, and but it also feels like a completely new year. And so, yeah, we want to remember what happened last year, but we also want to use it to propel us forward to this year. So it's been nice to look back, but also to move forward.
right.
What did you see on the first home run off the foul pole and you stopped halfway? What did you see there?
I didn't see that it actually hit the pole. I thought it was a couple feet fair, and but yeah, I'm glad that they got that call right, because that was a fun one to get under my belt, first homer of the year. But yeah, I didn't see it go off the pole, but I was glad when they changed the call.
After what you guys did last year, did you feel like the opening day atmosphere was even heightened from what it was a season ago? I think so, yeah. And I mean, every opening day we've had here has been pretty special, but there's something to be said for coming off of a kind of a crazy playoff run last year, and so it's been cool to see the city get really excited for Tigers baseball coming back.
What have you seen from Riley and the damage he's done at the top of the lineup so far this